Here are some of our favorite stories about summer jobs. In 2019, we met Mailboat jumpers. These teens in Wisconsin had to jump from boat to dock to deliver mail and jump back on before the boat moved out of range. Each year, a bunch of high school seniors try out for the coveted positions. Safety, of course, is important. Every Mailboat jumper wears a life vest.
Worst case scenario, you fall in the lake.
The boat does slow down a little, but never stops. This unlucky jumper wasn't quite fast enough.
I thought about jumping, but I knew I'd fall in, so.
Next, it was 18-year-old Ava's turn.
I'm just a little nervous. No pressure.
She made the delivery and just made it back to the boat. Another second, and she would have been in the drink.
Close.
Hey! Lexi gave it another shot, but landed hard on the deck. Ooh, it got her a painful bruise.
Fall, you get back up.
And as the old motto goes, neither rain nor snow nor bruises would keep these jumpers from their appointed rounds.
They got the job.
In 2016, a teen lifeguard in Rhode Island ended up making an extraordinary rescue, saving a pilot who crashed his plane offshore. Inside Edition's Megan Alexander spoke to the young hero.
It was your first day on the job?
It was my first day, first shift ever lifeguarding.
No pressure.
Employee of the year on the first day.
Yeah.
The plane went down just 30 yards off a private beach. The 62-year-old pilot was able to climb out onto the wing of the craft, but moments later, the plane started to sink nose first. 18-year-old David Darling and another lifeguard rushed to the rescue.
A little more excitement than you would ask for. First thing we asked was, is there anyone else in the plane? And the answer was no, and so we started our rescue of the pilot.
The witness said it looked like the pilot put his plane down in the ocean to avoid hitting any beachgoers.
I noticed up ahead of me there was a plane, and the plane was kind of coming at me, and I looked and I said, oh, that must be a remote control plane. And he ended up crashing maybe 100 feet off the beach.
What were you expecting your first day to be like?
You know, just tell people to swim safely, help a few people in and out of the water. That was about it.
Also from 2016, this sheriff's deputy got a shot at a dream summer gig, playing baseball at a professional level.
Yeah, I just think it's the talent that the good Lord's given me.
Randy Ziegler packed up from his home base in Louisiana to suit up with the Lincoln Salt Dogs, a minor league team in Nebraska.
Hadn't thrown a ball in 3 years.
A few years earlier, Randy had been drafted out of college at LSU, but he took a hiatus from baseball, eventually training to become a police officer. When he picked up a glove again, the one-time pitcher still had it.
I was 90, 91, which is where I was 3 years ago.
His colleagues at the sheriff's office were rooting for him.
He's been given a gift. He's a good pitcher. He's left-handed, and that can take him a long way. And I really hope the best for him. If he don't go, he'll never know what he could have done.
From 2017, another story about a summer baseball job. Keith Grisser had cerebral palsy. He'd always wanted to work in security, and his dream came true when he landed a gig at a Florida baseball park.
I love my job, and the people I work with are great.
Keith used a wheelchair and an adaptive device to communicate at the stadium's front gates.
Having a job makes me feel like a regular person doing my part. It makes me feel like I belong.
He's a joy to have around. The staff loves him. The fans love him during spring training. And we look to have him here and working with us for many years to come.
Roger Dean Stadium gave me a chance, and that's all I ever asked for.
And from 2016, an 11-year-old named Brandon worked all summer long mowing lawns. He wanted to purchase a gravestone for his biological father, whom he never met.
It just really bothered him that somebody, especially his father, was buried, and he didn't have any marker, any way for anybody to know who he was, and that really bothered him, and he wanted to do something about it.
Brandon saved up $400 for the stone, and he got to meet his biological sister and other family members at the cemetery.
That was his dad's dream, was that they would all get together and meet someday.
And the experience inspired Brandon to raise money for other families who couldn't afford memorial markers. Not bad for a summer job. This is Inside Edition Digital.